Welcome to Floating Lifty live session. My name is Shiuwen. Okay, I think I follow the rules from Noah of when to open my mouth. I'm very proud of that. So let's wait a little bit, a few seconds for people to see the signal and to get on, and we'll start our session today.
And Tim Sean Love, the very first person to say hello.
Hello,
And we got a wave from Hey Cha Holiday,
hello, Hey Cha.
Ignis,
Whoa.
Renegade Tea Farmers, sweet, and Pentalese, M Hides, and then Tim Sean said good morning with some bright stars and a
Wow.
sun.
Yeah.
And M Hides is here, R Watt 54 is here. Hi everybody.
Whoa. Okay, if you guys want to join along, just prepare 2 to 3 teas. Today I'm going to use 3 different teas, and so it will be 3 different tea bowls. And I think today's session will be really fun, a little bit, how do you call it, methodical?
Methodical, yeah.
Methodical. It actually has some certain methods to it.
Methodology. Oh, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. She said, I'm in your state today.
Oh, yay. Washington.
Welcome to the Evergreen State. Good morning, Lucy.
Just meet our typical running time of any time.
Yeah. It's classic Seattle weather today.
Yeah. So when I go to Taiwan to buy tea, a lot of times I purchase tea also in a bowl, but it's more, in a way, more relaxed that we... why it's more relaxed is we never time the tea. We just let it go and do it whenever you want. But today there's a little bit timing involved because the person that I tasted the tea with, he said because of this way, then when he tastes every single tea that come into his hands, it will be fair. Like always the same, rather than let's do it this way and let's do it that way. Because their job is not, of course, to choose, not only to choose the tea that they want to carry, they are also trying to go in to see what went wrong in some of the process.
And what went right.
And what went right, and then they can go back to communicate to the certain farmers. Because if they work long enough, they eventually become friends. And so their job is not just to choose a good tea or a bad tea. Of course, they won't choose bad tea. Their job is also to communicate back to the farmers of what they think, actually. So a lot of times in Taiwan, tea wholesalers actually also know tea processing, and they also know tea roasting. Long time ago, they were actually the people to match teas and to roast teas. Farmers just produce, we call it mao cha, which will be, maybe the definition is a little bit from Yunnan. Yunnan also have mao cha for pu'er teas, and in Taiwan, mao cha basically is finished to the certain point. They kill green, take off enough water, and they just send it to a wholesaler's place. Things are not super fixed yet, and so the wholesaler have to use roasting technique to fix the tea and let it have a longer shelf life. Yeah, and so today, I mean, there's a lot of information. I don't think I can cover everything, so they just look at a little bit of the procedures and to see, on the surface what they really look into. This recording, I mean, not this one. The images, it was took in 2017. Me and cousin Jake. My dear cousin Jake, just 2 of us went to Taiwan with too big of an ambition. We actually tried to film a tea documentary. So you guys probably saw that we published a miniature Dongding piece, and that is not the final work yet. And since that, we went back in 2018 and we brought Noah back to help to control the sound part of it. It was a really interesting and challenging experience to me. I put too much pressure on myself. So actually in the recording that day, this one, I couldn't actually get most of the information out because I was actually really sick. And I came back. That was the last day of the filming. I hopped on the airplane, came back, and I couldn't walk for 3 days. I was just seriously laying on my bed for 3 days. So it was brutal.
What's up, Chris Jeffries?
Hello.
He said, ooh, methodology.
Yeah.
And
So-
Life Escapade is here. Jet City T is here.
Yay.
Smug Shark.
So regarding to the documentary, I will finish it. Maybe in 7 years. And don't ask me why 7, the number, okay? I have a plan, 7. And grateful for your donation, okay? Grateful for your donation and support. Yes. What? You keep pointing at my
Sorry,
tea.
we're going to brew the tea in the bowls?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
please measure it to 4 grams. Just
Yeah, so what
just
are we-
follow it.
What are we doing today?
4 grams, and then we are going to time first 4 minutes and then 4 more minutes. We're actually going to soak the tea for 8 minutes total.
So can you repeat that information one more time? 4 grams?
4 grams, 4 minutes, and then 4 more minutes. So 4, 4, 4.
Cool.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah. So I'm going to use 2 high mountain oolongs that we don't carry here, just to be fair. And then another lightly roasted high mountain oolong that we don't carry here. Also, just to be fair, because I'm sometimes biased towards my own teas. And these are probably really decent teas. I just didn't choose them.
Hi, Steve. Steve said, howdy.
Howdy. It sounds like almost Chinese, because Chinese will be ni howdy. Ni howdy. Haha, that's so not funny. God damn it.
I like it, actually. Hi, Steven.
You can do 2 teas if you want to.
Or you could do 100.
Maybe that's too much. Oh, and then if I ever can find time, I would like to edit this piece for you. It doesn't mean that you have to learn it, but it's seriously fascinating for me to be in there. Maybe I will go back to do it one more time, and when I'm in a better health with the person that I can really ask a lot of questions. Yeah.
John said, howdy, howdy.
Howdy. Hey! Howdy. That's also Chinese.
Pretty
Oh,
sweet.
very good. Which John? Johnny
John,
boy?
Johnny boy, John.
Oh. Oh, and then if you can, please prepare a fork and then a soup spoon.
Okay, so tell me when you're ready to start timing.
Okay.
Hitcher Holiday said, I've got charcoal dongding in a bowl.
Yeah.
Nice.
And normally they don't use a fork. They actually use a screen, a screen, almost like a spoon, but with screen, so they can take out the leaf. Almost look like the thing that they take out Japanese hot pot thingy, shabu shabu. So I was looking for that last night. I'm like a last minute person. I couldn't find mine. I have no idea why I have shabu shabu stuff at my house for like years.
I love the word shabu shabu because it's supposed to be sounding like
Shup shup
boiling, I think.
shup shup.
Yeah. Shub. Okay, so
And boiling water, okay?
I am going to go off of Instagram. I'll still be able to see them over here, but
Oh, okay.
Tim Sean said chabu chabu.
Chapu chapu. I don't know how they say it. Okay, are you ready?
I am. Now I'm ready.
Okay. And get it full, okay? To the top. Whoa, excuse me. I don't think I need hot water again with this method. With the tea bag method, you constantly drink it and then you just top it back with more hot water and you can do it for like 30 minutes. But the liquid is almost like grandpa style actually. You just not drink it directly in a bowl, you just use a soup spoon because multiple people are doing it at the same time. And then this method is 1 bowl of hot water, actually. So you guys can see the reason why the person want to brew it this long, to really see the details and the downfalls of, is it downfalls? Shortcomings, whatever.
Shortcomings, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great word.
gradient of the teas. Like
Hey,
especially
Holiday.
bitterness and astringency, how much they show up.
H.R. Holiday said, I poured about 30 seconds early, and I will just pretend I didn't.
Yeah.
No problem.
In the film, I don't even know how we go for. And I couldn't capture the whole picture of information because I don't have the sound recording anymore. I only have the image. So I hear from the image recording, and which some of them are actually cut off already because cousin Jake put a piece together for me. And then the recording, I knew that it was in a different disc, and I couldn't manage to open the disc because my computer capacity is like 0.5%.
It's also set up to be open on a MacBook, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
is that right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, no wonder. Here you go. I just knew that. Oh, I was able to watch it because, oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, that was so dumb.
So now we're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Wow, already that long?
Mm-hmm. This method is actually really similar to coffee cupping that we learned with
Coffee and tea
Celso at Coffee and Tea Collective.
collective. Yeah.
Shout out to Coffee and Tea Collective. Great
Yay. Good coffee.
coffee. Great people. Tim Sullivan. Art. Hello.
Hello.
And then H.R. Holiday said, had to get mail. Now I'm back. Welcome back.
You are insane. No need to report so many details.
We're at 3 minutes now.
If you need to go to the bathroom, you don't need to let me know. Today I'm not Miss Thai, okay? And if you need to go, I will let you go.
Do I have to ask permission to go to the bathroom?
Sure, just let me know.
Okay.
And you can go.
Oh, hi, Sandalia. And Ivres de Essence. Nice chashi.
Oh, thank you, really. My chashi always is a little bit chaotic.
Our chashi is just like a
Randomly put together
Random, yeah.
pieces of objects.
Furiosus Ignis said, I need a hall pass.
You need a what?
A hall pass.
I will make you
Miss
one
Thai.
in like 3 different languages.
Oh, we hit 4 minutes.
Oh,
just,
okay.
Now.
So 4 minutes, you don't actually take it out. The person who told me said this is called kai tang, opening the soup. I love the name, opening the soup. So what you do is you take it out. Oh, shoot. That's why you need that screen mesh thingy that is like this wide so you can take out the whole thing. So I'm going to do both. Okay, try to take it all out. And then smell. Well, first of all, you kind of just put it on the side and then look at how clear the soup broth is. Just look at the clarity. And you need another bowl of hot water. Oh, now Noah have his debut today.
Hey, guys.
Debut.
I'm really curious.
So second one doesn't look as clear than the first one. Okay? Just put it in mind. And then third one, pretty clear on the liquid, even though it's a little bit browner because it's a roasted tea. No matter what color tea, especially oolong tea, I think they are looking for a clarity. And then take this out. And then he told me you should smell not just the top, because top is the scent that most concentrated. So just go around to it, but don't burn yourself. Top. Almost going around to it like 5 different locations. Smell if the smell is actually quite uniform. That's what he's looking for. Of course, you can say it's gonna be a little bit different, but it's kind of the same. That's what he's looking for. Some actually were, in the footage, there was a tea that the side one, I said, I think this one's very different. And now I just like, oh my God, am I correct? And he just laughed. He said, of course, everything is correct. That's all they say in Taiwan. Okay, here you go. Number 1. Oh, are you timing?
Yeah, I'm timing.
Okay, cool. Because the tea is still soaking. Also, I think in Taiwanese tea, the word qing, shoot, I'm just writing it to you guys. Like clear. It's a very important subject. The smell have to smell clear too. They're always looking for the thing qin, clear. So it doesn't have that art. So this one will be, right now it will be a good moment to smell. I will have to pick this cup a little bit more here. If you have like art, weird smell. This one is actually quite uniform on the smell. And he said right now it's also, that's why a fork is not a good thing. It's also a good moment to look at if they pick the tea leaf more uniformly too. Why? He actually turned the leaf around with also that mesh, so it's easy. Also, he do it with a huge grace for, I'm going to mess things around a little bit. He actually pick it up and then turn it around. Because he said if there are a huge volume of the tips, it actually fall underneath. So it's a good thing to turn it around and to let it brew more evenly. And then also, you can see, you just have a feeling. Of course, you don't pick every leaf out and then lay it all out. Say, is this picked uniformly? You actually have a feeling already with this method. Okay, so I just turn it around. This one look more even than that one. I don't know how to explain that to you. You can look at your own leaves. You probably will get a really good feeling also. And these are all at the 4 minutes point, okay? Of course, the timer is running because when you are turning one cup, the other cups are soaking too, so no problem. And this one looks more even too, okay? And so just let it sit there a little bit. And let me see my notes. I couldn't memorize so many things, so yeah, 4 minutes. Kai Tang opening the soup. Look at, just like put it aside a little bit. Look at how clear it is or how muddy it is. Muddy, sorry.
So
and then,
just so you know, we already hit 8.5 minutes.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. I'll do it myself. If you go over a little bit, no problem, okay? And then so like also turn the leaves around to see if they pick evenly, and then of course smell on different angles to see if the smell is quite uniform or not, and is there a clear smell or odd smell? Because this will be what the tea is gonna be actually, you know. And then so if you have dishes, just take it out. If you have 3 teas, then take 3 tea dishes, and then just take the leaves out completely. So we have been soaking this for more than 8 minutes. You can do 8 minutes if you want to.
I just want to say we'll have a moment. Sandalia, I see your question, and we'll get around to it soon. But I'm gonna, since this is time sensitive, get this out of the
bowl. Yeah. Now I really want a lot of shabu shabu screen.
I just want to eat a lot of shabu shabu. That sounds really good.
So in that footage, I saw something very interesting. I just point to the second bowl in the footage because it was more yellow. And I said, wow, this tea is more oxidized. And then he just looked at me and he's just like, we'll talk about it later. So I think I was really incorrect. Okay, good. And I think your shabu shabu fork is done with the work. You can put it aside now. Okay, the question. Go.
Okay, so Here is a question for you all. What kind of water do you use or recommend for brewing oolongs? Are certain minerals better for Taiwanese oolongs, e.g. calcium, magnesium, etc.?
Oh, good question. I actually have no idea.
What we do is we actually use filtered water from the tap. Washington, Seattle water is really good.
It's from the mountain,
Yeah.
actually. So it hold a certain amount of minerals. In Taiwan, I noticed a lot of farmers, they just tube the water from the back.
In other words, also
Mountain
spring
water.
Yeah.
Mountain spring water
Yeah.
seem to be people's favorite.
So
yeah.
if you have access to spring water, water from the mountain somewhere, that's definitely the best way to go.
China, then I have no idea, but I thought Lu Yu maybe said that.
Yeah, he said, was it spring water? And then second is river water from the middle of the river.
Yeah, something
And then
like that.
Third is from the well.
Or the best is actually what is really close to the tea growing location, which we can do this. I'm not sure if he ever said that though.
But a good person to ask.
I have to confess, I never read a book.
Stephen W., who's on the stream, I know that he makes reverse osmosis water and then adds in his own mineral composition. So that would be a good start if you are trying to make your own mineral water.
Yeah, for me, it's as long as the tea is the water is clean and clear and feel alive. Some water feel very dead, by the way, and I don't know how to even communicate that subject. Yeah, like the water is dead, very dead. Okay, cool. So right now it's a whole moment of actually it comes into tea processing, and how much can the Facebook people see the broth? Or Instagram people see the inside of the
I
broth?
don't think that anybody can.
Oh, okay, then look at your own broth, okay?
I guess you can kind of see the color.
So after 8 minutes, separate the leaves from the ball, and then right now is a good time because tea have settlement, right? Yes, Miss Tai. Okay, cool. Then stir it. Stir and look at settlement. And I didn't know this is actually a very important thing to look at and to see how fast they settle actually and how they settle. It actually has something to do with the part 2 of the processing, which they are very connected. So just kind of stir up your liquid a little bit to let the settlement go kind of wild.
So if there's a way, I'd like to get the broth closer to this camera so we can maybe see it. I can pick it up.
But they are running.
Okay.
They are moving.
Okay. I'll do it in a minute. Forgotten Infusion said, Chunlin Shi is very clear and has a light green colored soup. And Hecha Holiday said, I can kind of see the color. Left is almost orange, other two are more yellow-green. So I think Instagram can see a little bit, but Facebook can't really see.
Not just the color, actually the dust, the bits and stuff, and how much bits and how they settle and how fast they settle. He said, the person who did this with me, the roasted cup seemed to be able to settle a little bit fast because he said the tea is roasted. And so it is more concentrated, and seriously, that tea settled the most. And then there was a cup on the second cup. It doesn't settle as well. Like it's still moving a lot. And he said both of the cups in the recording they were matcha because it was just from the mountain, and the cup is the roasted to compare against it. And one cup somehow both matchas. One cup doesn't settle, and he said there were two reasons. One is there's too much still. The 浊水 means the direct translation will be walking water. And that's actually one of the processing they're always dealing with that because you are dealing with how the water content come out and then how the oxygen go into cause chemical reactions, and it's a long processing. And so it also deal with they have to shake the greens we call that shake the greens, 浪青, from time to time, so the tea leaves doesn't turn like dead. Because if you just leave like some pig vegetables or anything and just leave it on the counter, you don't do anything to it, they are gonna turn pretty dead, like look like. And then maybe 2 hours afterwards, you pick it up and you put it back. I say, oh shoot, my spinach. And then you try to like maybe soak it back into water, or you put it back in a refrigerator, and then you notice that you cannot revive it. They are gone. But some of the times you save it early enough, you put it back into water, and then after 30 minutes they suck up the water and they put back to life, right? Do we all have that experience?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Tai? Yeah. And so leave the same, but they don't soak it back into water. They stir it to let the cells and the water started to move within the tea leaves. It's a long process, and it's a beautiful art if you guys ever get to see it. They use visual to look at it. They use smell. They use touch also. So all deal with the senses. I don't think they use listening in a sense. And so if the things cannot settle as well, it means that process, that's what he told me, is not as nicely done. So then the flavor later, I think in the end result, it couldn't come out as much, I think.
Cindy said, yes, Miss Tai. So Tim Sean has a question.
Yes.
Are the beads little leaf pieces, or are they other things in the tea?
The little tea leaves.
I think the sediment. Or
The settlement.
I think so.
It's settlement, yeah. Because tea all have that. And then when it's quiet right now, just look into your cup and really look at the color. Amazingly, some of the color will kind of separate into two, like the surface color and the bottom color are different. And some look very even. And the person who did this with me, he was also looking for a very even color. He said there's a better process to unify the tea. So, I mean, look at these 3 cups. Noah can do that too. There is a cup. I'm not sure if it's the angle, but there's a cup that the color is not as even, I think. And the rest of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Here you go.
Oh, cool.
Bingo. There's a cup that the color is...
I'm going to see if I can get these they show up on Facebook a little bit so you guys can...
Also, our lighting kind of sucks in
the
our
lighting
shop,
is
so
not amazing.
I'm not sometimes sure. So this cup is not as...
That's going to be really hard to tell.
Yeah.
We need a 3rd camera.
Yeah. Drone. Fire a small drone. Cousin Jack.
We need a baby drone. That's really interesting. I've never thought about that before.
There was... so I think I watched it like maybe last year one time. And recently, yesterday actually, before the session, I watched it again, and I was like, there was so much information in the 30 minutes of recording. The whole recording might be about an hour, so I think there was a lot of recording information, just how we talk and what we were talking about. And I'm hoping really to bring that piece to you guys to watch. It might not go into our final documentary, but I'm seriously grateful with all those people's time and their generosity to me.
Okay, another great idea from the all-knowing and brilliant Tim Sean. He said, "Can you take a photo?" That's a great idea, and post it later. Yeah, I'll do that.
Ting Xuan, just to let you know, our photo skill is also extremely low. So you might not see the depth of...
At least you have an iPhone. It's a pretty good start for not knowing how to take photos.
Oh, also, since I'm talking for this long and I didn't actually taste the tea, I think the moment you take the leaf out and it's still really hot, you taste it then and wait. Taste it warm and wait and taste it cold. You got to taste it with 3 different temperatures. And then tea is very important to taste it cold. He say when tea turn cold, of course, the scent is not as much because when it's hot, you sense a lot of the I don't know how to translate
The
this one.
volatile compound.
对，挥发性 I can't say in both languages. Shoot. But you guys get what I'm saying. The thing just come out at you so much. And then when it's cold, it should stay inside, some of it, rather than none, you know. So let's actually do it. I guess right now it's warm. And this will come to our tasting skills then. Bouquet is there. Almost no bitterness. There's a little bit astringency, but not much for like 9 minutes. This is impressive. Also by ratio, it's actually not too like, you know, some of the tea you brew for 5 minutes and it's just seriously also not drinkable. This is actually really impressive. Then this go into our tasting skills that we talk about in the past 3 months, you know. Taste if it's clean or dirty. Taste the scent. Taste. I didn't know he was one of the few people who talked to me about movement. I thought in Taiwan nobody talk about that kind of movement, but in the footage he said most of the tea stay here nowadays. And he said medium quality teas will start. So they have really harsh judgment. Medium quality teas will move down. He was talking about throat sensation. And then he said better teas, then you just watch where it's moving. I was like, yes. Yesterday I was at home alone and just like, super excited. Okay, second cup. So the broth is very, very smooth. The scent is really good. And what else? It moves a little bit. And almost no bitterness. Second cup, bitterness is much stronger. Astringency, I think it's gonna stay for quite a long time.
Balance is not as good.
Yeah. And you can see we already see a little bit, some of the process, it was a little bit off on the second tea. It was fascinating. Yeah. And I probably drank this tea like the second or third time. As I said, these are not my teas. We don't carry it in the shop. Oh, yeah, very dry. And contain much more bitterness. Third cup also have a little bit bitterness, and it's a little bit sharper than the first cup, but it's very, I feel like the person who roasts the tea does bring it a little bit more concentrated. That's also fascinating, as he said in the footage also. And I think that bitterness will have a higher chance to turn. When you drink tea and the tea turn bitter, please don't judge it yet. Just wait and watch. I think we as tea drinkers, we are observers rather than, we have to be critical, yes, but not like that. Jump on the gun, boom, this tea is bad. Not yet, wait. Just wait. And it's like you're crossing the street and my son keep pressing that thing to cross the street. Wait. God damn it, stop. So when you are doing that, just think about me. See, it's already changing, and the salivation is much higher right now, you know. And just doing this multiple times, back and forth. And he said with this, actually, in the end, we almost finished drinking it all. And he said on the tea table, you can already see which cup is the best tea because that cup will be pretty much empty. And then the cup that is not as good, that it still have much more volume in there because you don't feel like tasting it, you know? And so I thought, well, that's kind of correct too, because I think our fairy tea was on that side that day in the film, and in the end of the footage, it was like pretty much close to be empty. And this is just a small part of, I think, what we covered that day. So I'm actually really excited to wait for Jake to give me the sound recording if he could find it, and I will maybe.
That'll be our next project, being able to edit that so you guys can have the full experience.
Yeah, and also sometimes don't always do this to that side. Kind of reverse it too. Okay, so like you can just like randomly reverse this.
Oh, what's up? Jade Falcon is here, and
Ooh,
Furiosus.
that one is bitter.
Furiosus Ignis.
Oh, sorry.
Has a question.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna stop twitching my face. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question for towards the end. When do you expect the new clay pots you were talking about recently to be on the site? They maybe will be on the site tonight.
Today.
Yeah. Yeah, great question. Yeah, they'll I'm looking at taking photos and putting them on the site today. So
And also, since we're talking about that, our July sessions are on the website, I think.
They are, yeah.
But the last session, so we are going to reduce it to once a week program because we have to also just stay flexible to see what opening the shop, curbside pickup might feel like. So, yeah, I think reduce, and I think some of you guys might probably also be able to get back to the society again. So you might not want to stay on the screen as much. So we are going to just do it on Tuesday for our July sessions, and we should have all the sessions listed. There's one that I think you cannot buy the samples yet. If you feel that you want to join us, just give us also today as timing, and tomorrow you can take a look. So for July sessions, for June sessions is still on, and as what we plan out, and most of them will be about pool or tea, which is very exciting. July will be blind tea tasting, and in a group, Steve requested this, so here you go. That's for you, Steve. And then we are going to compare two dongdings that we have on the second session, which will be about expansion and mobility. And seriously, that's one of the subjects I just simply adore. So I want to go back to it again. So that's the second session. Third section will be two HTs, also to look at their in a way, their potency in the body. So it will be kind of related to the T energy subject, which a lot of people mention that, to give us feedback, what you want to hear. And it's really HNT, more HT, like the older the better, not necessary. And we will touch on, and I think it's Ting Xuan and Boy Chick both mentioned that they want to hear a little bit on oolong aging, like how to age oolong. And so hopefully I can gather enough information. It will be more verbal than I actually have the results for you to taste it. So that will be on the third session. Fourth session will be for, I think on Facebook, your username is Rasa. Rasa?
Oh, Rasa Mudri, yeah.
Rasa Mudri, and you always have a hedgehog. A hedgehog as your username photo. Talk a little bit on the poor subject on the location taste. Why are they talking about that? You are very confused. And even though I answer you that I'm not going to do that, I will do that for you. And so there will be about banzhang tea. So we'll release two of our banzhang teas here and then roughly talk about banzhang tea and in a way what to look for and what not to look for. I'm not sure, but whatever I'm going to talk about. Okay, cool. Any more questions? Isn't this session? I think this session is really fun.
Really interesting.
Yeah, really interesting.
Steve said, "Thank you, Miss Tai." And then Furiosa's Ignis said, "I shall refresh the store nonstop all day today. Refresh, refresh, refresh."
Don't do that. Just maybe do it at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Pacific time.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
I felt like there was another thing. Oh, did we mention that all the High Mountain teas and the Baozhongs are on the shop right now?
Yeah, and then if you ever see Farmer Choice Baozhong and competition Baozhong like sold out again, please also do not panic. Okay, I express ship some in, and they might be sold out before the actual crops come in, the actual package come in. I don't know when they are coming in. It's just so many packages to track. I didn't ask, so they will come in and they will be on again. So please don't panic. And I wish I sold it that fast. Actually, don't. So there'll be enough for about 5 months.
But High Mountains are all here completely.
High Mountain are all here.
And then Smooth Water Baozhong is all here. So
Yeah.
that's good.
And I actually already did a blind tasting yesterday in the recording, and it was fascinating. And I know that we try not
That
to.
wasn't the F word you were searching for, was it?
No. I try not to curse too. It was fascinating. I tried to do it, like shut down part of my brain not to guess which tea is which tea.
It's so hard to not guess, though.
So hard not to guess. And then when I determined that my favorite cup is certain cup, I thought it was Lisan. And then Noah actually said, don't look at the back. Just so in the recording, we didn't reveal what tea we were actually tasting and which was our favorite tea in the first round. And I tell you, it was I have to tell you, right? Or if not, what's the point, right? It was a Sanningshi. I thought it was a Lisan. And so the second round, we are going to do also blind tasting, but brew in a teapot, and to see which one we pick, and then go back to the bowl again on the third week. And I'm enjoying doing things this way just to challenge myself a little bit. Excellent. So with that procedure, okay, 4 minutes, kind of look at the leaf, turn the leaves around, look at the clarity on one side, and then smell if there are smells it's all about uniform, I think, on the first 4 minutes. Look at how they pick it uniformly, and then how the liquid is clear or not clear. Is the smell also have a certain amount of unity? Okay, that will be the first 4. And then just let it soak again, and then 8 minutes, take it out. And then stir the liquid around, and then look at the settlement. And then look at the color. Are the color in the bowl pretty unified as well? Like one, pretty much, you can call it as, I would say there's one color, that one is 2, like that kind of stuff. And they are looking for 1. And of course, one more time, clarity. And then when it comes to tea processing, I would say do not worry about that. There is such a big subject that we actually don't grow tea. I cannot let that part go. Like, then which part of the process went wrong? I have no idea. Okay. And then I think our job is come to taste. Okay, taste it. Is it clear? Well, this cup for sure have a higher, I would say higher percentage of defect because the bitterness actually will not go away. And this one, the bitterness show up and then it will turn. Well, this is a live tea. And this one is just like, wow, 8 minutes, no problem. This one is good. Everything about it is, I would say, thumbs up. And unfortunately, we didn't carry this tea. Sorry, guys. It was my bad. Okay, so I think that's good information for you to play around a little bit. And this is just for fun. We are not wholesalers. We are not calling back to the farmer and say, "Hey, buddy, do you know that you didn't lang the qin quite well?" I think they will kill you. Unless you are buying like thousands of pounds of tea. Because if not, you're just like, who the F is this? Just shut the F up. Boom. There you go. Okay. Okay, I think that's it.
Cool. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Yeah.
We'll see you.
Good session today.
See you on Thursday.
Yeah, see you on Thursday for what?
For something.
Yeah, pool, I probably.
Pool, yes.
Pool. Okay, cool.
Thanks, everybody.
Stay well. Drink tea. Stay well. Bye.